I need lights!
Marker!
Roll camera!
We have speed!
Action! Tonight, let's have a kid.
You heard what the doctor said. Give it up.
There we go. Our kid would never give up. Our kid would rock.
We so agree.
Just once, our kid got to score the winning goal.
Hi. Hi.
That's Jennifer Garner and Joel Edgerton as Cindy and Jim Green, who've just discovered a very cute, dirty, 10-year-old boy in their kitchen, but really he came from their backyard, their garden. That's right, he grew out of their garden after they had the worst day and night imaginable in their lives, finding out they couldn't conceive a child. So they spent the evening dreaming up their dream child with all the traits they would want that child to have in the new fantasy film from Disney, The Odd Life of Timothy Green. Now, at first, after they get over the initial shock of basically realizing the boy came from the garden, and oh yes, by the way, he does have leaves growing out of his leg, at the bottom parts of his leg. Yes, he does. Well, they're only too eager, after getting over the initial shock, to take him in, give him the love, the attention, and the guidance they believe he needs, and to be basically trial parents. You know, especially once he calls them mom and dad, that's it. Well, it's not long before not just Cindy and Jim, but the entire town they live in, and anybody he comes in contact with, is affected by Timothy Green. He's a very unique, mysterious, magical, and constantly upbeat 10-year-old boy. And Timothy, well, let's just say that he's definitely not your average kid. Not just always being upbeat, but he seems to be even smarter than any of the adults in town. And he's going to affect everybody's lives. And their lives in that town, including his parents, will never be the same. The Odd Life of Timothy Green is a comedy, drama, fantasy, family film that is silly, sappy, and has zero heartwarming or wrenching moments, to be honest with you. This thing is... I don't know who they made this movie for, first of all, but let's focus on what I did like about the film, because there's not much. C.J. Adams, the young boy playing Timothy, does a good job. And the only relationship in the movie that I thought was kind of charming and that I wished actually we had spent more time on, was his first crush with a girl a little bit older than him named Joni, who's also got her own secrets. No, don't worry, she didn't come out from out of a garden. She didn't fall off a branch. But it's his first crush. She starts to get something with him, and it's the first time that you actually have those feelings. They take us back to when you first actually fell for a girl, and then you become friends with her, and there's definitely a friendship there, but a little more. That they captured right, and I want to give hats off to the two kids for doing that. That's it. Jennifer Garner, I'm sorry to say, who I like as an actress, just seems to be trying too hard, and it gives a very forced performance as the naive and overbearing, overprotective mother who is unsure of everything she decides. You want to talk about a person more unsure of herself, that's her character. It just doesn't ring true. Not one scene with her rings true. Also, I do not believe for 1 second that her and Joel Edgerton are a real married couple. They have zero chemistry. Nothing works. Almost every scene with them is forced. Also, one of the themes and messages in the movie seems to be, if you're going to be adoptive parents, well, you need a practice kid. You need a practice run with a kid from a tree or a garden to work out the kinks and realize you're going to be okay parents even if you make mistakes. That is both bothersome and untrue and ridiculous. What a ridiculous message. Someone should, I should go and borrow somebody's kid to see if I'm going to be a good parent. What a ridiculous message that they're trying to sell here in the film. Disney really let us down here. I mean, there's a couple other things. The cinematography, a couple shots are good, and the music score is nice. But ultimately, almost everything about this film, except for the kids' relationships, rings false. And that's why I'm going to give this movie 1 out of 4 popcorns. I wish I could give it more, but Disney really came up short here. Kids aren't going to like it. They're going to be bored. And teenagers and adults are going to be uninterested and not buy the whole concept. Plus, to be honest with you, you're going to figure out, it's very predictable, you're going to figure out very early on what's going to happen between Timothy and his parents and everything else. And honestly, no one really is going to enjoy where this movie goes. So, 1 out of 4 popcorns for The Odd Life of Timothy Green. Just leave it buried in the backyard where it belongs. We Kim at the Movies. I'm Kim Finnerty, online and on the air every Sunday afternoon at 1 on News Radio FM 95.7 and AM 600 KOGO.